Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. I'm at 1139 Monroe Drive. We are at 108 feet out to the manhole. This is the same manhole that is from 1129. They do not join. This 1129, 1139, 1149 do not join, and it's like three pipes joining the manhole. And to the right, you can see the big drain. It's probably 8 inches that's going downstream from there. So we'll go ahead and start pulling back. We're in the clay pipe. We have a turn right there. All right, here at 91 feet, we have an offset, and it looks like we have a transition into a different type of clay or ABS. It's hard to tell to standing water, but that offset's causing some water pooling right here, and you can see my camera struggles to get up and above that lip. I can if I force it, but that is a spot where waste will get accumulated and start to potentially cause a backup. We did have some waste in the line that we had to push out with the camera head, meaning like soft blockage. That could, if theoretically if I didn't push the camera through to clean that, essentially it would have caused a backup in about a year or so, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. That offset's causing that belly right here, and either a dark clay drain or an ABS. It kind of looks ABS now that I look at it. And then we have a it's ABS. So we have a transition right here, back to clay. Again, just like 1129, I do not see any roots so far in this line, and we'll double check that. So at this time, it does not warrant any cleaning. See, it almost looks like there's roots, but there's no growth at all. On the top side, like right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm surprised, but I mean, that's good for that. Okay, so now here we have, at 40, we'll call it 49 feet, we have our cast to clay transition. And I think we're gonna see the common theme of a little bit of rot on all these casts at the bottom. It's not really that much, but eventually, over some years, they will fail. Crack, or that just, no, I think that's just scale. Yeah, that's just scale buildup right there. You see there's like a little trough on the bottom? Yeah. That's where the water over time friction has started to do its wear and tear there. Right. I think these places were built in the 70s. So that's 55 years. 70s were a bad time for cast, unfortunately. A little standing water there. That or somebody started running some, might have been a sink or something. Yeah, looks like somebody might be running a sink. They have a fixture on top. Before we finish this, that loose debris, that human waste, we're going to flush it out with some water. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna pause the video. All right, so I've cameraed out again with water running to get the loose sediment out, that waste that you saw. So I'm back to that turn, and we'll keep going. I did hear a toilet flush from the unit, so we'll let that dissipate. So while we're letting the toilet water run out, I just want to reiterate that because of the beginning stages of the cast iron, pretty much all of the cast iron is starting to kind of rot. Some of that soft blockages from toilet paper and waste will get kind of caught up there. Luckily with the camera, it's just enough with water running to force it out. It takes a ride. So we're gonna go back while the water's running back to where we began. But overall, this cast does not have any cracks or anything like that. We're going to revisit that when this water kind of goes back down. But unlike 29, I did not see a crack in the sweep. So I don't see any other in the cast iron. I don't see an immediate problem that needs to be addressed. There is that offset out the way that does need to be addressed eventually. This new toilet paper that just got flushed, that's getting hung up. Again, we'll flush it out in a second, but so there is our sweep coming up. We will clean off the head of the camera just to show you. I'm going to push back out. Going straight down. And here's that sweep. Looks to be in good condition. And there's no standing water right here, which is good. So this sweep is in good condition. Make that turn. We'll flush that out before we leave, after the video is complete. Yeah, we'll push it forward, and then we'll be able to see again. How much flushed? Now there's that water running from one of the units. So the toilet paper is getting hung up because of the grittiness of the scale, and it's because of the bottom side of that drain right there on this section. So that will need to be visited at some point. Again, this is underneath the units. We can't locate them. If any other questions, give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you much for your time.